Okay, today we're looking at Module 1, Lesson 20, and we're going to continue using unit price or unit rate to compare measurements. So a lot of times, when do we need to know this? Why do I need to know this? You all know that I'm planning a 5K for next Saturday. I've been working very hard on it. And Costco and BJ's and Stop and Shop also needed gift cards so I could buy things that I need for the race. One thing that I need for the race is water for the water stations and water for the finish line. When people are done with the race, you're going to have bagels, so they're going to need peanut butter and Nutella and that stuff. 3, 2, 1. So I was comparison shopping where to buy the peanut butter to get the best value. This is for charity. I want to get the most for my money. The same with the water. I bought 30 gallons of water. I want to make sure I get the best value. So BJ's and Costco both have huge jugs of peanut butter, but they're different size jugs and they're different prices. So when there's different sizes, it's hard to compare who has the better deal, right? So if this jar of peanut butter was 20 ounces and this jar of peanut butter was 20 ounces, would it be easier to compare? Yes. But if they're not the same size, if this was 28 ounces, what would I have to do to find the better value? It's easier when they're the same. What can I do to make those the same so that I can compare? Right, I'll get them each down to the unit rate. How much is it per ounce? And that's what we're going to look at today, okay? So look at page 85, number 1, the middle of the page under Exploratory Challenge. Valerie is on a budget and wants to determine which cereal is a better buy. A 10-ounce box of cereal costs $2.79, and a 13-ounce box of the same cereal costs $3.99. Which box of cereal should Mallory buy? There's a lot of numbers and a lot of information in that word problem. So that's where my two colored highlighters or colored pencils are going to come in handy. So in one color, I'm going to highlight that the 10-ounce box is $2.79. And then using my other color, I'm going to highlight that the 13-ounce box is $3.99. So this way, when I keep referring back to the problem, my eyes will be drawn to the right information, and I don't go cross-eyed and confuse the different numbers. So we want to get this down to the unit rate. So we're looking at how much money it is per ounce. So that's going to be my little key so that I keep everything in the same pattern. How much is it per ounce? And that's what this says, dollars per ounce. So let's take it to the first box. The first box, which I highlighted yellow, is $2.79 for 10 ounces. The second box is $3.99 for 13 ounces. Difficult to compare because they're two different size boxes. So yes, the one is cheaper, but it's also smaller. So what do I have to do now so that I can compare them? What do I have to do now so I compare them? Okay, why? Why am I going to divide? Because I want to find the unit rate. I want to find out how much each one is. How much is it per ounce? How much is it per ounce? What does that fraction bar mean? What does 279 fraction bar line 10 mean? Does it mean per? What else? What operation does it mean? What operation? Division. So that means, whoops. So that means $2.79 divided by 10. Think of it in terms of reducing fractions. You're going to divide that by 10 to get down to 1. So divide that by 10. But that also means 279 divided by 10. So here, This is $3.99 divided by 13. So right now you're going to do both sets of long division on your notes. Now since this is money, what do we have to be aware of when we're doing our division? The decimal, but how far after the decimal should I go since we're looking at money? You should only go to the hundredths column, which is 2 digits after. However, you're going to go one more column. Why are you going to go to the thousandths column? Why are we going to go to one more?
We might need to round.
In case we need to round. Exactly. So you're going to do your division to the third place after the decimal, but your answer will only have 2 digits because it's money. So go ahead and do your division now. Dividing by 10 is nice because we just have to move the decimal over, just like you were doing in science when you were converting your metrics. So how much is it per ounce for the 10-ounce box? $27? I only want to know how much it is for 1 ounce. So my answer should be smaller because I'm taking my total price and splitting it among each ounce. So taking the $2.79 and splitting it ounce. So my answer should be smaller than $2.79. So what is $2.79 divided by 10? The division makes your answer smaller.
Like 279.
Well, it would be 0.279 because you have to add that 0. However, what did we just say? Because this is money, so what's our answer? Yep. So it's 28 cents per ounce. What about for the second one? $3.99 divided by 13. What did you have you divided?
I got 0.306, but then we would have to round to 301. I think 31.
Good. So it's 31 cents per ounce. So which is the better deal? Which is the better deal? Would you rather pay 28 cents per ounce? Or would you rather pay 31 cents per ounce?
28.
Absolutely. So the 10-ounce box costs less, about 28 cents per ounce. And the 13-ounce box costs about 31 cents per ounce. So Mallory should buy the 10-ounce box of cereal. So what is Part B asking us? It's asking us the difference between the two unit prices. Not the difference between the two original prices, between the two unit prices. So what's the difference between 31 cents per ounce and 28 cents per ounce?
That's
3 cents. So the 10-ounce box of cereal would be preferred because it is 3 cents cheaper per ounce. If you don't want to use the word preferred, you could say it would be the better buy. Well, it's not necessary, but it could be the better buy, would be the better purchase. Let's take a look at number 2. Vivian wants to buy some watermelon.
Oh.
Who doesn't love watermelon? So Kingston Market has 10-pound watermelons for $3.90, but the Farmers Market has 12-pound watermelons for $4.44. Which market has the best price for watermelons? So let's take out our 2 colors and highlight the 2 pieces of information that we need. So Kingston is 10 pounds for $3.90. And Farmers Market is 12 pounds for $4.44. I just think the 2 colors really helps bring it out so you can see what number goes with what number for which store. We have the 2 things highlighted. So now, again, we're going to look at how much it is, but this time it's per pound. So first we'll set up Kingston's, which is $3.90 for 10 pounds. Then we have the Farmers Market, which is $4.44 for 12 pounds. So let's find out how much Kingston is per pound. So take your ratios and turn them into unit rates. So go ahead and do that now. So what is the unit rate for Kingston? Right. Want to keep that 0 as your place value in the ones column in the dollar sign. How much is the farmer's market per pound? 37 cents per pound. So which is the better buy? Which is the better buy? Which market has the better price?
Farmer.
Right. Oops, you didn't see that. Okay, so let's write our sentence. Okay. Now let's read carefully what B is asking us. What is the difference between the two unit prices? We're only going to look at the unit prices. So what's the difference between 39 cents per pound and 37 cents per pound? Exactly. So the 12-pound watermelon is a better deal because it is 2 cents cheaper per pound. Look at all those great details and information in the answer. Okay, let's take a look at the answers for number 4. There's nothing wrong with number 3. If you want to try it for extra practice, you can. But number 4, let's take a look. Mr. Steiner needs to purchase 60 AA batteries. A nearby store sells a 20-pack of AA batteries for $12.49 and a 12-pack of the same batteries for $7.20. So I highlighted my two ratios in different colors. So I set up my little key, dollars to batteries. So the 20-pack is $12.49 per 20. So that's my first ratio. My second ratio is that it's $7.20 for 12 batteries. I use my division to get each one down to the unit rate. So the first pack is 63 cents per battery. The second pack is 60 cents per battery. So it is cheaper to buy the 12-pack of batteries. And then again, be careful for number 5. Find out exactly what they're asking you. What is the difference between the costs of one battery? So if one battery in the first pack is 63, one battery in the second pack is 60, so the difference is 3 cents.